All right. Next up, Sue Midlock, or under her writing name, Midlock. Sue lives in Joliet with her husband. Works at Joliet West High School as a special ed para-pro. She took up writing in 2011 after reading Twilight and hasn't stopped since. She's currently working on her final book to her Rosewood series, and which came out in October? Still working on it, okay. She is also an accomplished illustrator and photographer, and tonight she's going to be reading two flash fictions, Opulent Mar and The Harvest. Sue.
I'll be reading Opulent Mar, the other one, The Harvest, for later if there's time. But I like this one the best. This tale is short, but to the point, its details horrific, tormenting with fright. Nevertheless, it is a tale that should be told and to be repeated over and over again. Cold and breezy the night wind blows. Trees whose colorful faces are now dark, craggy, and foreboding, moan their lamentations of souls that have met their Maker. As the illuminating orb shines upon the earth and ground, strange new sounds swim freely through night's air. I squirm, ever so delightful. Their shrills of laughter and fright stir my soul as I watch, waiting and waiting, even longer for that precise moment when chaos shall break loose once more. Victims, those who cannot be named, cannot be found, and will not remain on this earth ever again. I grin. Slowly they came. Upon the witching hour of complete chaos they came, running wildly as they went through the gnarled limbs of soldiers that stood many years before, laughing with their weapons held high and candles lit, dripping wax, they came. They ran without care, in madness unforeseen before, until they came to a clearing, then stopped dead. The soldiers of which I had spoken of now encircled them, waiting, watching their every move. Now! As the one who held the knife plunged its silvery blade into the skin, up and down, he repeated his movement until he pulled part of its head off and threw it on the ground. They laughed loudly as they all stared deep within its wound. It was glorious, a feat beyond compare. Oh, how I reveled in their delight. In silence, they did their deed, pulling out guts with bare hands and tossing them to the ground without care, without concern, until all was emptied. Then, to mark their claim, they drove their knives in, making holes within its victim's body. Chunks of flesh lay on the ground. Its yellowish tones shined in the moonlight. It was finished. Then solemnly, one by one, they took their candles and placed them in the cavernous body. All stood and stared at what they had done. Their eyes shined in their masterpiece of fright as the victim's face glowered in the darkness. An eerie sight it was. Having my night fulfilled as such, I took to the winds and flew away. Another Halloween pumpkin was made.